So this movie is basically, don't trust anybody. So if you have trust issues, you probably shouldn't watch this movie. So basically, no woman should watch this movie. I'm kidding. I'm okay. You probably stop watching this.
Let's go. It's the Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show. Whitey Show.
Sicario. What a crazy movie. I just... Sometimes a movie you kind of get lost for words, and I don't even know where to begin. Yes, I do. Let's begin. This is by the director of Prisoners, and you could definitely tell the intense shots are there, and Prisoners, just like this movie, has the same faults for me. So I'm going to get into that later, but let's talk about the pros in this movie. Emily Blunt. Phenomenal. 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 But really, she's just wow. She is everything in this movie. Like, you feel like when she's crying, she's actually crying. I loved it. There's moments where you kind of can relate to her most of all than any other character in this movie. Also, Puss in Boots. Damn. I'm just joking. Not really Puss in Boots, but he was so good in this movie. He was intense. He was great. I loved his character, his acting. Everything was great. So, acting-wise, this movie is a step above what most movies are in terms of believing these characters are real. This movie simply has some of the best intense moments ever I've ever seen. They're far in between, which I'll get to later, but when they happen, wow. I would have to say my favorite scene is still going to be the highway, and I'm not going to spoil it, but that scene, whoo, talk about intense. I was like, oh shit. And there's a lot of moments in this movie, well, not a lot, but there's a few moments in this movie that are almost as good, but that scene alone, crazy good. The directing and shots, I really did like it. The large landscapes actually made it feel like you're in that country or in that place, because usually movies just cut to a small scene where you don't really feel like you're in another country, you just feel like this is a set. This movie shot beautiful wide shots of places, and it makes you feel like you're really there. I especially love these shots at night because it actually feels like it's nighttime. You ever watch a movie and people are like glowing at night and you're like, well, it doesn't look like that at nighttime. When the night shots happened, it was really good to the point where sometimes I couldn't see the character's face all that well, just like in real life, and I loved it. It brought the grittiness and realistic nature to this film, so it did a really great job there. Let's talk about the negatives. I didn't bring up the story earlier because it's actually a negative for me. The story is basically this. Emily Blunt and her FBI team stumble into a house of a bunch of dead bodies inside walls, and they want to stop this, obviously. And Emily Blunt joins this special team that basically are hunters or what do you call it? Cowboys, whatever you want to call them. And they go into other countries and basically bring back bad guys, torture them, and find out where the real evil people are. Evil. So the story is just basic. There's no huge twist. You kind of know everything that's happening. And if you didn't know, I mean, you really gotta watch more movies or read more books. So yeah, I was a little disappointed with the story. I was also disappointed in the coincidence in this movie. One scene in particular still is driving me nuts. I saw this yesterday and I'm still thinking I hate this scene. When she goes into the bar, Emily Blunt and her partner go into the bar. They meet this guy, blah, blah. I'm not going to spoil it, but oh my god, the actual coincidence that they're there, it really annoyed me to the point where I'm either saying that is stupid or I'm questioning if somebody else was a betrayer. And if they were, that's actually a pretty smart twist. I actually like that. But if not, that was just a stupid ass coincidence and made no sense. So I didn't like that either. On top of that, my last negative is the movie in between those intense, beautifully shot parts. Oh, it's kind of boring. I'm not going to lie. I went to the movies with my bud, and my bud's sitting there, and he's looking at his phone half the time, and I don't blame him, because sometimes I want to pull out my phone and see, man, are we at least an hour into this movie? There's moments that are so long. Sometimes it's just shots of stuff happening that you don't care, like people coming inside of houses and out for like a minute or two, and dialogue that really brings nothing to the table, and just stuff that didn't really need to be in the movie. It felt a little long. Maybe 20 minutes cut from this would have really helped the pacing. But I did, for the most part, enjoy Sicario. It's kind of the in-between film, and a lot of people are going to disagree with me. A lot of people love this movie, and I don't blame you. The powerhouse acting and some of the great intense scenes are definitely there. But at the same time, just the story and the pacing are just so, ugh. I was disappointed with this. So I'm going to have to go with a 2.5, which sucks. Because I was really expecting this one. I was expecting to just, like, love this movie. And I really didn't. It's, again, like Prisoners. It had the same problems that I had with Prisoners almost. Except, yeah, I thought Prisoner's story was stupider. Very easy to see that twist coming. I called it 20 minutes in. That's bad. So overall, yeah, I was really disappointed with this movie. I'm going to have to go with that 2.5. And that's really all I can really do at the end of this one. If you like this movie, please comment below why you did or disagree with me. If you didn't like this movie, state why you didn't like it if it's different reasons than me. Besides that, if you like my video, hit the like button. If you really love me, hit the subscribe button. And Whitey is leaving right now. Everybody have a great day.